And as you can see on the left shoulder, I do have Lord Shiva. The way that I actually got the contract for Pogaru, just the response the other day when we were going to the theatre, of the people that were crowded around and were waiting for us to get there, the flowers that were getting thrown at the car. The way that I actually got the contract for Pogaru was the simple fact that I've actually been coming to India for the last 6 years. I've been coming since 2015 now, so I've been here around about 25, 26 times already. I was obviously a lot more known in the fitness arena and in the bodybuilding and guest posing, and that's why, you know, with expos, big fitness expos and that type of thing, people knew me. Luckily, one of the agents from one of the expos knew about me, and he forwarded my pictures and that through to Pogaru, and they ended up, thank goodness, choosing me. And that was the first, debut in a Kannadiga film. Firstly, the Pogaru team is so incredibly professional that when the bodybuilders, when we all arrived and we started to see and witness the way the movie was getting shot and how professional it was, all of us had no real doubt that this movie was going to be, a massive success. Like I said on stage earlier, like a special thanks does go to Dhruva for me. He was always very welcoming. He always treated me really well. And then also to Nando Kishore. Nando Kishore took me under his wing and has been a real mentor to me. So a special relationship has grown between us and some of the staff, and I'm just really blessed to have that in my life. The response has been more mind-blowing than I ever thought it would be. I have been in India where, like in Mumbai and this type of thing, where people have recognized me in the fitness industry and where I've taken a lot of photos and I've had queues of people waiting, but nothing compares to the way the response that we've gotten since I've been here for a movie. The response has been so incredible that when I'm sitting in the car, people are recognizing me in traffic. When I'm in my hotel, I can't really go outside the room because everybody wants to take photos, which is amazing. And it's just mind-blowing, and like I said, much bigger than I actually thought that it would ever be. Just the response the other day when we were going to the theatre, of the people that were crowded around and were waiting for us to get there, the flowers that were getting thrown at the car, and the people hooting and just wanting to get pictures and wanting to get close to the cast. It's something that no other country in the world you will experience this in, and that's what makes India so unique. It is already so unique in so many different ways, but in this one way, it is absolutely unique in the world. There's no country that treats their fellow man the way that Indian public do. That's the whole thing with being a bodybuilder, guys. That's the whole thing with building muscle. Is a lot of people think that it's a lot to do with training, and it is obviously, but people have a misconception and they think that we're in the gym all day long training. But the reality is, we go into the gym, we train as hard as we possibly can for maybe an hour to 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, depending on what we're preparing for. But the rest of the day is all concentrated around food and food prep. So my food habit is I eat about 7 to 8 meals a day, depending, and you're looking at anywhere between 4,000 and 6,000 calories a day, and that's all from clean food, not dirty food, no dairy, and then only good quality carbs, good quality proteins. So the thing that separates a lot of people from having a physique and having a really good physique is being able to adhere to a diet and stick to a certain diet, and also to be able to eat when the clock tells you to.
Have you tasted South Indian food especially?
I think I have tasted some South Indian food. Ragi ball.
Ragi ball you have tasted?
Yeah, it was very... and then I had the pleasure of having, I wouldn't know the name, but it was a traditional Bengaluru...
Dosa you have had?
Yes, dosa I've had, and then it was a Bengaluru dessert that kind of looked like, what is that dessert, that Greek dessert? It was like a pastry that you poured syrup on. It was delicious. Yes, biryani I've had many times. I think in Indian movies there still is a lot of dramatization, so that's why what makes the action scene so awesome is that you don't just punch somebody and they fall down, they punch and they fly. So there's a lot of action, there's a lot of drama in Indian film, and I think that that is the biggest difference between like English films and Indian films, which is really, really awesome because emotion is what it's all about, right? I definitely am expecting more offers. There are producers and directors that have been contacting us. Now it's just about making the right decisions. I'm not actually leaving India after this. I'm going to stay here until May, and then I'll probably go home for a month, and then I'll come back until the end of the year. So my objective is to be in more films. My objective is to work in the industry a lot more, and that means hopefully you guys are going to see me a lot more. I would say probably the most unforgettable moment was just witnessing the scenes done by Dhruv. They were spectacular. You know, the ones done with me are great, but watching him do and film other scenes were just amazing because he's so highly talented, and you can just see that. So what I did is I just kind of sat back and I absorbed all that, and I just tried to learn as much as I could from it. So I'll never forget the huge learning experience that this movie was for me. And also, you know, it's been amazing how close that I've gotten to the team. I've gotten really close to Dhruva and to Nando, and then also really close to the other 3 bodybuilders. They've become good mates. So it's been an incredible experience all around for me. Yeah, so all my tattoos on my body mean something to me. There's a story behind it, and as you can see on the left shoulder, I do have Lord Shiva. That tattoo I got probably about 4 years ago, and I got it to show, you know, the Indian people and the Indian public the respect that I have for this country, the love that I have for this country, and you know that I decided to put it on a place on my body where you guys can see it often, because of how much I am appreciative of being here, appreciative of your support, and how much I love India. Well, firstly, to my fans, thank you firstly for supporting me always. Your support is never forgotten, and it's always appreciated. If you're one of those fans that haven't seen the movie yet, I suggest you go and see it, and you see what all the hype's about. And just for the future, I appreciate your love, I appreciate your support, and that's why I'm lucky and blessed enough to be known as India's adopted son.